Joining me now is Republican Congressman Kinzinger. He's from Illinois. He is one of Donald Trump's harshest critics to this point in Congress. Congressman, nice to visit with you. Good morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It's got to be your ringtone as well. We're hearing that music behind you right now. I appreciate it. We won't force your schoolboy performance right now. But you've said that Donald Trump has to learn that his words have impact. You said this just within the last 24 hours. Republican legislators need to work to bring him to a position, in your words, where he starts to sound like a Republican. Has anything or has enough changed since this meeting for you to start to feel more comfortable coming toward an endorsement of your party's presumptive nominee?
Not yet. Look, Paul Ryan came out and said we're beginning the process, hopefully, of unification. Those in my position obviously hope we can get behind the Republican because we're Republicans, and I've never not been behind the Republican candidate. But just like any private citizen, we have to make decisions. You have to decide who you want to vote for. So does a member of Congress. And when you hear some of the harsh rhetoric from Donald Trump, the violent rhetoric, and the nonsensical foreign policy positions, we need to see a lot more. At least I do. I can't speak for everybody else, but I need to see more leadership.
So in recent days, some folks have suggested that Trump is sort of softening his stance on his Muslim ban. To be very clear, he hasn't walked anything back. He still wants a temporary ban. He's made clear of nearly all members of the world's fastest growing religion from entering the U.S. One interview, he said it was a suggestion now. In the next, though, he said it would happen with exceptions. So are you comfortable with his position on this ban as it currently stands?
Not yet. And look, I think it's counter to our constitutional principles. I mean, we're fighting radical jihadists, but not all Muslims are radical jihadists. And, we're a country that protects life, liberty, freedom of religion. And so he obviously is going to be walking this back. He has a lot of policy positions he walks back, but he hasn't gone far enough. He needs to say, look, we need to screen people coming in here for sure. I support a ban temporarily on Syrian refugees until we know how to screen them. But that's different than saying we want to ban all Muslims.
But, Congressman, is it okay? Obviously, words matter. You know full well as a representative of your constituents, words matter. And when you're president, the folks to whom you're speaking are not just here in the U.S., but the globe is listening. So even if you say he needs to walk it back, are you comfortable with this being a candidate who says things that are way out there, even if he does later walk them back? Isn't that potentially dangerous for a commander-in-chief?
Yeah, it is. And look, I'm not comfortable, and that's why I haven't endorsed him yet, because I want to see some change. I don't know if I can ever get there. I obviously want to get there, but it's on Donald Trump to be able to do that. In fact, just yesterday I was talking to an ambassador from an ally in the Middle East, and he said the words of Donald Trump have been terrible. He said, keep in mind, we're friends of yours, but we have an anti-West faction in our country that we still have to deal with. And this has given them ammunition to say, look, the pro-West government is basically in bed with these people that hate Islam. This is detrimental to our foreign policy. The best allies we need to be using in the war against ISIS and in the war on terror, frankly, are Muslims that would be willing to do airstrikes and put boots on the ground instead of American boots.
So the question is, if he walks it back, is this a character issue that you're concerned about, even if it's not just specific to this one example?
Yeah, I mean, look, you have statement after statement that very much violates what you would read about Abraham Lincoln saying, what you would hear Ronald Reagan saying, who I think are obviously two very optimistic leaders of our party. He has not proven himself worthy of their job yet. Now, I hope he gets there. I hope he realizes that leadership is much bigger than just populist rhetoric. If he does, maybe I can support him. As of now, I'm just not there. I have nothing against people that do. There are great people that are, people that support me that support him. But I have a decision to make, just like every American does.
All right, 10 months, obviously, a resume where he's had a lot of these sort of erratic statements. We'll see if in the course of the next several he can convince you that he's a changed representative. Congressman, nice to visit.